Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to calculate areas in Revit, which is something you realise is actually something you would often want to do, but maybe you haven't thought about too much up until this point. Once you realise how useful it is, it's a tool you'll probably use all the time. And so you'll see on the Architecture tab, in the Room and Areas panel, you'll find the Area button, which, when you first select it, should have Area greyed out, and will only give you the option to create Area Plan. And so that's what you need to do first. So when you click on Area Plan, it'll then ask you to choose a level. So I'm going to choose ground floor. I'm going to leave it on rentable at the top, that's fine. And then I'm going to click OK. And then you should get a message asking if you want to automatically create boundary lines. So there, at first just say yes. And so what it'll do then is automatically create boundaries as best it can. Okay, so it's done here these purple lines, which you can see going in that room there, which is not great. But around the front here, it's worked a little bit better, but still, again, not perfect. So what I might do is undo that. All the way back and enclose that space. So the reason it was struggling is because I've got an open space there at the front of my building. So I'm going to draw a new wall in with a curtain wall there. And that should connect well enough. Even though there's a gap there, I definitely would need to fix that, but I'll leave it like that for now. And I'll just try to make my area plan again. Go back to area plan on the Architecture tab, choosing ground floor. OK, yes. And it's still, oh, it's done a better job. No, that's worked. OK, so you can see now it has managed to trace all the way around the inside face of my main walls. And that is a good thing. That saves you a lot of time. Now, in the Room and Area panel, I'm just going to draw in some area boundaries so you can see what that does. So it's below the option where you choose Area Plan. You'll see there's another probably yellow button called Area Boundary. And I'm going to use the line tool just to draw over these walls. And notice it's gone over the edge there. That's okay with these. It's not like most things in Revit where everything needs to touch and connect exactly. So that's it. Now, just press Escape to finish drawing. And now back on the main menu where I chose Area Plan, I can now choose Area. Now you see a lot of people make it hard for themselves and try to use rooms to do this. Rooms are more work. Rooms are 3D for a start, and there are lots of other issues with rooms. So only use rooms when you have to, but areas on the other hand are easy. They're just 2D and they're purely for calculating areas. So here I'm just going to choose Area again. And then I can place the area. Notice how it's picked up that boundary that I've defined. And you can move it around to test where the edge of that boundary is. So I'll just place that. And then I'll place another one over here inside that room over to the left. Zooming in. There it is. It's calculated the area for me. And if you've used the area tool in AutoCAD, you'd realise already that's much easier than the way AutoCAD does it. So there's a second area. But now I might realise, well, this is actually a loading area. So I'm going to go and draw in another area boundary with the line tool again, just across and around those stairs as well. And I'll just trim these together. And now I'm going to find and select the area, which is not the tag. So that text there is an area tag, but the area is the cross that sits underneath it. And notice how now, automatically, that's been updated to stop at that goods loading area. And so I could place another area if I wanted that calculated separately. So again, just going to that drop-down menu, I can choose area and place a new one in there. And you can even use those as labels. So you can click on the name and type in so let's call that retail. Okay, so I'll just repeat that on the next level. So if I go back to that menu, I can choose area plan again. This time I'll choose level 1. Click OK, and then again say yes to automatically create boundary lines. And this time it's done a pretty good job on that level, except actually it's gone and added some extra boundary lines I don't want. So I'm going to delete those. And then I'll draw in an area boundary line using, again, just the line tool on the inside edge of that wall. And I might want to exclude the stairs as well, so again, just with area boundary, line tool, I can draw around those. So now again, I can place an area inside that area. So you can see 108 square metres for that story. But I've gone back to the ground floor. Where are my areas? Right, so that's the only other thing that people will be tripped up by when they're creating area plans. And that's the fact that they don't realise that the area plans are a separate set of floor plans. So there you can see I've got floor plans. If I scroll down to the bottom of the list there, you'll find area plans is a new category. And there you can see I've got ground floor and level 1 are the 2 area plans I've made. And I'll show you later how you can make tables that will calculate those areas and add them up for you as well automatically. But you can see there 271 for my retail area and 108 for the upper level, so that gives me 380 square metres roughly. And now you can go into your BCA requirements and calculate first the number of occupants. Okay, that's just freezing, but okay, well, I won't go back to it, it's going to be a bit slow, but we know it's for a restaurant 1 square metre per person. So 380 occupants divided by 2 gives us 190, so here we are. So 5 WCs for women and 2 WCs for men and 4 urinal pans. So? Fairly big. I mean, it's a big restaurant. Most would be bigger these days. Most bathrooms in most restaurants I've done are bigger than that.